What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Yamcast. Today is episode 54, and we've actually got some cool news for you. It was not a slow news week. This week, we're talking about Triumph's new off-road program. It came out of nowhere. They're saying they're making competition-ready off-road bikes. KTM, watch out, I suppose, but KTM's got their own competition-style bikes with the new RC8R. We're going to be talking about that bike, and then KTM's got more news with Danny Pedrosa making an entrant this week, or rather in 3 weeks or so for GP. He's coming back as a wild card rider in GP. We're going to talk about that. And then, of course, we got the call-in section with our Discord boys. And at the end of this channel, where am I today? At the end of this this year program, we're going to be talking about the, man, I fucked it. That was the first one I fucked. God damn. At the end of this one, we're going to have the meme contest. It's once again yours truly on the chopping block. Let's get it started today before I have another stroke. Spite, what's our first bit of news?
Our first bit of news this week is Triumph launching their Motocross Enduro race bike lines.
Man, did you see this coming?
Nope.
I saw this on Instagram a few days ago, and I was like, wait, what? I was like, they're going to make, like, competition-ready dirt bikes and stuff? This is amazing. They've never made anything like this.
No, the closest thing they have right now is the Scrambler XC.
Yeah.
And that's like an adventure bike thing.
Yeah, it's just like a big fat adventure bike thing, yeah.
And so they don't have any pictures, no specs or anything like that. So it's all just like, yeah, we're going to do this. Hang on tight. We're going to have something for you.
Yeah, and, bringing out Ricky Carmichael as the face of that's pretty big, you know? Mm-hmm. That's no small feat to bring out a legend of the game like that to get the motocross bikes out there. But we don't have any idea what kind of bike they're going to build yet. We don't know what sort of bike. So let's postulate, right?
Yep.
So if they're going to go racing, they say race bike lines. Mm-hmm. First question is, do you think they'll make any street legal variants, or will they only make off-road ready to race, kind of like KTM's models?
Yeah, so motocross and enduro race bike, that means to me no
plates.
No plates.
Yeah.
So hopefully they do make a plated one, because I think that would be really cool. But if they're going racing, like you said earlier, it's 250 and 450. Mm-hmm. So those are the only two real displacements they got.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to make two strokes, personally.
No.
I would be very doubtful that in a world of approaching Euro 6 regulations at some point that they're even going to try making a two-stroke.
There's no point.
And I don't think they have any experience or expertise making two strokes. So I don't think that's going to happen. But it'll be interesting if this is going to play out kind of like when BMW tried making enduro bikes in the late 2000s, the F450X or whatever, which I actually recently rode up in Michigan. They had all these crazy wonky things in them. The front sprocket was in the pivot point and the gas tank was in the back. I wonder if Triumph's going to try to do something radical like that, or kind of go like the Trident 660 route and be like, you know what, we're just going to make a good bike that works.
Yep. Here's the real question. What do you think they're going to shoot for price-wise?
I think Triumph's on a kick right now to make things affordable. I think that they're going to try to make something that will probably undercut KTM a little bit, but probably be more expensive than Japanese offerings. Kind of like they're doing right now with the Trident, right?
Yeah.
I think it'll probably be like a little bit more than a WR, but probably less than a KTM SX.
Yep. Now, here's the other question. So we know that they're doing race bikes. Do you think they're going to do plated bikes?
God, I hope so. Because as I was telling you, if Triumph makes, like a 500cc four-stroke enduro bike for the street, or even like a 300cc four-stroke enduro bike for the street that's like fully adjustable suspension, like 11-inch of ground clearance, like a proper, cool dual sport under 300 pounds or so, I'd buy it in an instant. I'd buy it so fast it'd make your head spin.
Honestly, I'd be interested in it too, especially if they hit like 500 cc's.
Yeah,
that would be really cool, especially if it wasn't KTM priced.
Yeah,
because their 500 is like eye-wateringly expensive.
So much. The EXCF 350, the 350 EXCF is like 13 grand. I'm like, dude, that's so much money for a stupid like bop around town.
That's more than the 890R, the Duke 890R.
Yeah, that's insane. That's genuinely insane. But hopefully Triumph is looking at what's happening in the 300cc dual sport Japanese market, where Honda and Kawasaki have been like, oh shit, people are like really stoked on these 300cc dual sports, you know, like, oh, we're selling a lot of them.
And Suzuki's like, I got the DRZ 400.
Bold new graphics. I just really hope that Yamaha comes out with something too, because that would definitely pique my interest. But fingers crossed Triumph makes any kind of plated bike in this lineup, but it's still so early to see what they're gonna do, you know?
It's all just hopes and dreams at this point.
And it also makes me wonder, like, where are they gonna take these bikes to go compete? Are they gonna go factory race team on, like, you know, motocross in Europe or something? Or are they gonna go supercross?
They
right?
must.
Like, what are they gonna do? Well, it says motocross and enduro, so they're not gonna do supercross, which the bikes are very similar anyways for supercross and motocross. But enduro, like, what are they gonna do? Like a Triumph, like Erzberg kind of thing, you know?
Nothing would horrify me more than the idea of taking a Triumph to Erzberg.
Yeah, I don't know how that would go down. But the big thing here is that this is going to be very interesting because Triumph doesn't really have any kind of off-road prowess in this specific arena. People can point back to like the old scramblers of the day, but that was back when people just took street bikes and put them on the dirt. It has nothing to do with like a competition dirt bike nowadays.
And Triumph didn't make those scramblers, it's worth pointing out. Triumph scramblers were made by people like Steve McQueen, who just took their shirt off and all the shit off their bike and then just sent it at a hill and we're like, well, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm hopeful that they do something cool, put out like a 500cc, 400cc plated dual sport, because I'd be very interested in that.
How badass would that be, man? How cool would that be? Then Suzuki, it's like, you've got to do something. You've got to do something.
Yes.
And Suzuki's like, you.
Bold new graphics.
Here's another Jixus Thou. But yeah, we're really, really stoked to see what Triumph is going to do with these bikes. Really kind of an audacious move from their part, like to just be like, screw it, we're going to do this. Again, you know, I just want to make this a slight blurb. We're not going to talk about, you know, the bar and shield today much, but this is the kind of thing that Harley should be doing.
Yes.
This is the kind of thing they should be doing.
Yes.
Just do it. Life's short. Take a risk, right? It.
And here we go talking about Harley again.
I know. Here we are talking about Harley again. Time is a flat circle, right?
Well, let's save us from that inevitable dive down into cruiser despair with the next piece of news, which is the RC 890R sport bike.
Yes.
Which the video is gone, unfortunately. But there are still a bunch of potential details.
Yes, this is going to be very, very interesting. So let's give the folks some background on this, right? KTM has been teasing this race-ready bike for a little bit now, track-only type of thing, and they have now made a race bike based on the 890 platform. So that's their tried and true parallel twin that they've been having for a little bit, but they've limited to 100 units worldwide. It's a non-road ready bike, going to go racing with it type of thing, you know, but you say racing and really it's more of a track day toy, right? KTM's talking about this like race ready, you know, machine, but in this big parallel twin, you're not really going to take this thing in any meaningful competition. This is really more of a track day flex, in my opinion. But, you know, still very, very cool. And in my opinion, is a way of KTM kind of showing that maybe there is an appetite for a fully faired sport bike, right? What do you think?
I'm desperate to see what KTM comes out with in the sport bike space, because I'm sick of these ready-to-race hyper nakeds and naked bikes, because it's just silly.
It is silly.
And, you know, they make... apparently, they have a very good GP bike. I mean, where's the trickle down into an RC8 or an RC890? Or... Yeah. Because right now, the only thing they have is the RC390.
Yeah.
Which is, like...
It's cool.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, it's still a bit backyard build and, you know, a little wonky. And it's so analogous to... Or it's so... anachronistic to all of the stuff that's currently on the KTM showroom floor.
Totally.
Like, you walk in, especially to TJ's here, and they usually only have one RC, and it's sitting on a little pedestal in the dealership, and everything else is just lines of dirt bikes and Dukes.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, and I mean, KTM has done extremely well as a brand focusing on those things, right? There's like, we're going to make incredibly fun, awesome naked bikes and like literally the best dirt bikes, right? Mm-hmm. And use our off-road prowess and just build the most awesome stuff. But, you know, those of us who remember the, RC8R and some of the sport bikes they made, that one in particular, I mean, I know that KTM could make a badass sport bike, like a truly badass sport bike. And this is kind of in the right direction. So specs on this machine, if I can read the article quickly here, it's saying that this parallel twin, the 890 mil normally is 115 horsepower and 67 foot-pounds of torque and stock trim, but the new one for its Moto 2 ambitions, it's going to probably go up a little bit more in power. So they're saying maybe something like 130 horsepower and 75 foot-pounds of torque, which is a lot of fun in of itself. That's very similar to the kind of numbers, not torque numbers, but horsepower numbers that my race bike puts out. But the big thing here is weight.
Yep.
This thing has a dry weight of 308 pounds.
And that's compared to the 336 of the Kramer
That's 366
version.
on the Kramer, which, as you guys might know, is a company that builds race bikes out of KTM's single-cylinder bikes. But, I mean, 308 pounds dry is crazy. That's crazy light. That thing probably does this. You know?
Yeah.
Like, super lightweight.
What did Aprilia claim for their weight on the RC or the RS 660?
What do they claim? Or
Yeah, the original claim number from back in the day.
The original claimed
It's
number,
like 360 or something.
They said it was going to be ready to ride at like 360 or 370. It came in at 403 pounds.
So let's assume kind of a similar-ish number on this. Maybe add another 20 pounds in terms
like
of
fluids?
BS figures.
Yeah, I think this bike would be on the scales, ready to go, 330 pounds or so.
That sounds about right.
Which is really light. My race bike is 368 pounds or so.
What's the Gixxer 250?
The Gixxer 250 is 330 pounds.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's ready to race, man.
It's ready to race. I tell you that all the time when I ride it. It's a race bike. But again, one of the problems with this, in my opinion, is that this is not a bike that anyone can go out and buy because, number one, they only made 100 of them. So they cost $30,000 roughly. They only made 100 of them, and they're already all sold out. So KTM realized that, again, pulling the old bar and shield trick, you can sell dumb rich people whatever the fuck you want, you know?
Yep.
They're just like, oh man, I'm gonna be just like Miguel Oliveira. Writes the check, boom, you know? But I think it's a really, really cool bike. Is it the super badass leader bike I wanted them to make? Not exactly, but probably still a ton of fun to ride with that wet weight figure.
What do you wager? Okay, so in a world where KTM doesn't care about homologation and they just slap the Super Duke engine into like the new one that this guy's about to walk in the door or attempt to.
No, he's not.
So they take the Super Duke engine, the 1301cc, 180 horsepower and 106 foot-pounds of torque, slap that into a race bike. Do you think that would sell just for shits and giggles, or do you think that's because it's too big?
I think it would because there's no more big twin superbike. Ducati doesn't make one anymore. They were the last ones. And people really like those as track day toys, which is a new emerging market for a lot of folks, right? Like a lot of manufacturers, I mean, Ducati and Aprilia have figured this out, right? Where they sell a homologation race bike at 1,000 cc's, and then they sell the 1,100-ish for the track day boys, right? Because they're like, the guys just want a bunch of torque and power and to flex on their buddies. KTM could do the same thing. They don't have to make a homologation race special bike to go compete in World Superbike. What they can do is take a track day toy bike and just sell it to the masses, right?
Yeah. I would like to see that track day toy have a version for the street, just because,
Yeah.
The flex, man. And
the orange flex.
Yeah.
So one of the most polarizing things about this bike, I don't know if you've seen it in photos, it has like these weird little like whiskers, the fins at the front.
Yeah,
it's
the
like
two
arrow.
little, yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like a weird orange catfish or something, which, who cares? It's a race bike. It's supposed to look all funky and weird. Like, I think it's funny that people think like, oh, this like track only bike doesn't look beautiful and elegant. I'm like, have you seen what GP bikes look like? They're hideous.
Yeah, they're
not
ungodly.
pretty. They're supposed to be just fast, and they are.
But you got to have aero, even though you're only putting down 130 horsepower.
Absolutely. But yeah, I would absolutely kill to ride one of these. I'm never gonna get the chance to ride one, but I would love to ride one. And it's cool to see KTM making actual fully faired race bikes again, and not just another, like you said, like, hey, check it out, it's a Duke on slicks. You know, I'm like, cool. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, like they did that with the Super Duke, right?
Yeah, the RR.
Super Duke RR, and I was like, okay.
It's just a carbon Super Duke. That's it.
It's a holographic Super Duke. I don't care. Yeah. Whereas this is actually different. I do wonder if this is sharing the frame from the Duke 890 or if it has some changes. I think it has a different subframe for sure.
I would imagine it has a different subframe, but looking at the picture of the frame here, that's very similar to what the Duke has.
Yeah.
That's a very similar KTM frame.
Yeah. If we can, see if we can find some other photos of it, because I'd just like to look at it.
Let me do
Maybe
a
different
Google.
article, yeah.
I'm going to do this real quick. KTM 890R. Let's throw RC in there. Images. So, here's what we're looking at right now. I think these are the Kramers.
Yeah, that's not it. That's no, these are all like renderings, and there's a photo of the actual bike. I don't know where it is though.
It might be a little,
because it's called something else. It's called the KTM RC. What is it?
Let me go back.
Because that article you have is the teaser. It's not the actual.
Yeah, they don't. I don't think they have the name for it. It's somewhere.
Someone posted it on the Discord on the Track Days channel. One sec. I just want to see a photo of the bike.
We're ready, prepared today.
We're so good. My Surface is begging for sweet mercy.
The sweet release of death.
This is never gonna load. Whatever. We should just move on. This is a chaotic Yamcast.
The energy's very strange.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to our final bit of news, which we're very excited to talk about.
Oh yes,
we're about to lose a bunch of people, but Danny Pedrosa is going to wild card for KTM at the Styrian round of MotoGP.
Out of nowhere.
What?
Wait.
What?
And the thing is he's not replacing anybody. He's riding alongside Oliveira, Binder, Lecuona, and Petrucci.
Yeah, so they're just going to have 5 KTMs on the grid.
Yeah, which I didn't realize you could kind of just like throw an extra bike in there.
I didn't know you could throw in an extra one either. I thought you had to replace a rider, or the only reason you'd put a wild card is like how Gerloff rode for Morbidelli whenever Morbidelli had his knee surgery.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could just add another guy in there, so that's kind of cool. If you guys didn't know, Danny Pedrosa is a legendary MotoGP rider, rode a lot in the mid-2000s into the 2010s alongside Marc Marquez for many years on factory Honda. In my opinion, definitely deserved at least one world title. Danny Pedrosa was an amazing rider. One of the most standout features of him is that he's very, very small, even for GP standards. I think Danny is like 5'2" and 105 pounds. Super small guy. So he literally had to ride the bike totally different than anyone else did. If you watched his style back in the day, he would get on the throttle and the bike would go whoop. It would literally pick up so fast because he was so light on it. So he kind of developed that tactic of picking up the throttle and picking up the bike really quick. So people kind of learned that from him. But he has been a development rider for KTM for quite some time. And a lot of people feel that he is the reason why KTM has made so many steps forward, because he is their test rider. And he's going to be back racing. How cool is that? How do you think he's going to do? That's the question.
So right here, he has stated that his focus on the race will still center around testing the motorcycle in a race environment. So nice. I think he's like being, guys, I'm not going to do well. Just expect to not see cool stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you got to remember, this is a guy who has not been on, a MotoGP grid for quite some time. He's been a test rider, so he's not going to be super competitive. And because the MotoGP grid is so crazy competitive and you have so many top riders, that he's not going to be fighting for podiums or anything.
No, but how cool would it be if it was a KTM lockout?
How cool would that be? Yeah. They have a good chance at Styria, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, this is their home track.
Yeah.
The Red Bull Ring was a very interesting...
There was an infamous track last year.
Yeah, with
freaking killed Rossi.
Not one, but two spectacular problems last year.
2020 was so crazy. Yeah, Maverick jumped off the bike and it blew up. That was awesome. And then, the Morbidelli Zarco incident where the goddamn near killed Vinales and Rossi. I mean, if it was... we've talked about this before, but if it was just like, if he was a foot in front or behind... Oh my God,
game over,
dude! Absolutely game over. Would have been 100% game over. So we'll see how it goes down this year at the Styrian Grand Prix, and we'll be watching Danny Pedrosa.
So excited!
So excited! So excited! One thing I'm not excited, since we're talking about GP. I don't know if you've seen this news, but the Thai GP got canceled.
I did see that.
And that's
which is such a bummer.
Well, it's because of this resurgent Delta variant of the coronavirus, and I'm worried that they're going to pull the plug on America GP, which I feel like my heart can't take it.
My tickets are already bought. I already have my tickets, man. I got turn 12 tickets. I got for that left-hander right off the back straight. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And I will be so disappointed. Like, I might need to take a week if GP gets canceled. That's what I'm saying.
Like, if GP gets canceled, we'll be in wake here. We'll be like in mourning. We'll be like, nothing's the same. Everything sucks. I'm serious. I don't think my heart can handle it if they cancel GP on me this year. I'll be like, come on, man. I moved to Austin specifically for this.
Because you've never seen a GP
in person. Yeah, it needs to happen. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, that's the news for the week. We're now going to move on to the call-in portion of our podcast. Alrighty, folks, welcome to the call-in portion of the Yamcast. You guys know the drill. If you want the chance to be featured on our Yamcast and call in, you got to join our Discord server over at yammynoob.co. It's the best way to join up, get access to our exclusive behind-the-scenes content, all kinds of cool stuff, and just support the channel in a more meaningful way. So to the Discord boys, if you guys are ready, press and hold Spite's name, and we will take your call on the Yamcast.
Alrighty. First up, we have Squid Ceviche with nothing for us. He just wrote something. Filarino? Is that what that is?
Filarino. Hey there, Filarino. You are on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Hey, man. It's Phil here from Brazil, resident moto boy.
Oh, nice. We have an honest-to-God moto boy on the Yamcast right now?
Honest to God.
Oh, I love it. Love it. Love it. I've tried to explain to people on YouTube of the legend of the moto boys and how insane you guys are, so I'm happy you're here.
Oof. Well, I use a Ducati Scrambler.
Wow, you are a top-tier moto boy.
Yeah.
You're not on a 150 doing deliveries. You are dicing up with the best of them. Well, a Scrambler in Brazil is probably seen as like a big bad bike, right? Are you in São Paulo or where are you?
Yeah, I'm in São Paulo.
Oh, okay.
It's a luxury bike for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Very expensive. And yeah, bikes here are way too expensive. So speaking of bikes, like let's say a dream bike that I have, I don't have any. I've been riding for like 3 years. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't really, I don't know, I don't think I've found it yet. I mean, I've always wanted the Scrambler ever since I got my motorcycle license. But other than that, just riding it until I'm bored, then swapping it out for a new one. That's basically what's my MO.
This man doesn't have a dream bike. I think he needs to go ride some more bikes.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have that. I mean,
you gotta have something.
Of all the motorcycles out there, what's the one that you have as your wallpaper on your phone or on your desktop, man?
So I only got into bikes out of necessity because riding around in São Paulo can be pretty hairy if you're in a car because of traffic and etc.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, motorcycle, I said, okay, it's convenient for me. Then I fell in love with it. So I never really was into motorcycles until I actually started riding them.
Interesting. Yeah, that's kind of like in a lot of countries where people don't even see bikes as like an aspirational or a cool thing. It's just a way to get around,
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely.
I could see that. Yeah. But did you have any comment or question for us? Because today's kind of a free form Yamcast call-in. Yeah,
basically following from the topic of last week, gear. gear is what really grinds my gears because I'm 5'4", right? Small sizes were made for skinny people rather than short people, so I have a really hard time finding appropriate gear for me.
Interesting.
So that's really, it really sucks. Like if I get a size small on a Ducati, on a Dainese or an Alpine Stars, even those that are smaller cut, the sleeves are too long. You know, it fits around the torso, but then it just gets weird around like the sleeves and everything. I have to get everything I own adjusted.
Oh,
so
that sucks. I hadn't thought about that, where like, you know, the gear itself wouldn't be of a good size in a different dimension rather than just like rotund, you know?
No, that's clothes for me in general. That's clothes for me in general. I have to get everything fitted.
Yeah, it seems like the motorcycle industry builds bikes around the 5'8" to 5'11" human male. That's all they do. You know, everything is geared around that size. So if you're that size, you could do whatever you want in motorcycling. If you're outside those sizes, things start to get a little weird. You know.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, hey, Phil, I appreciate the call. Thank you so much. We're gonna keep it rolling here, but thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Talk to you later. Bye.
All right, see ya.
Alrighty, next up we've got Cole Z10.
Cole Z10, you are on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Hey guys, how's it going? A longtime fan, first time calling in.
Oh, awesome. Well, happy to have you. What's your comment or question for today?
Well, I just found out that actually last night that I am moving to Austin, so just wanted to look forward to meeting you guys and doing some meetups over there.
Nice. We have not really scheduled any meetups lately. We stopped for a while because of coronavirus. Not as much of a concern anymore.
I bet.
But we haven't done many meetups lately. But we might. Where are you moving from?
From Phoenix. So
okay.
A little bit cooler, a lot less moisture over there. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I've heard there's some pretty cool riding roads in Phoenix. I think Tortilla Flats is one of them, right?
Yeah, out towards Canyon Lake. Actually, my wife and I just started riding in December. We got our endorsement in December, so I haven't been able to enjoy all the rides, but we have a little mountain road nearby that's maybe like 30-minute ride from my house. It's South Mountain. It's right in the middle of the city. Pretty fun. I just took my wife up there for the first time last weekend.
Nice. I always love hearing about husband-wife duo getting their licenses together, doing all that. I think Whitney's got a video coming out about that, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, I think you're gonna like Austin, man. It's a cool city. We've got some pretty cool twisties as well. We got a infamous one here called Lime Creek Road that you can check out. All the local squids meet up there on the weekends and go rip that road up and down. What else? The drivers here, I don't know how they are in Phoenix, but the drivers here can be a little inattentive and stupid. As Spite will nod his head. We both think they're pretty dumb sometimes.
Yeah, well, we have snowbirds out here, so sometimes they go down the wrong direction on the road, so even on the freeway.
Yep, not a great thing. But yeah, best of luck to you, man. Good luck in Austin whenever you're here.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
All right, see you later.
Later.
Alrighty, next up we've got Ryujuku.
Hey there, Ryujuku. You are on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Oh my god, I didn't expect to actually get on. How's it going, fellas?
Good. Yeah, seems we got a lighter call-in frequency today. What's your comment or question for today? Anything you want?
I actually wanted to thank you guys because I got into motorcycling because of you guys this year.
Oh, sweet.
Very
Just
cool.
this year. That's awesome.
Yeah, funny enough, I did everything. I did the opposite of everything you guys suggested for a new rider.
Did you go get a leader bike off Craigslist?
Close. I got an FC8.
Yeah, it's not a great bike to start on.
Yeah, so let me see. I bought the bike first before even getting the license.
Awesome.
Great start.
Yeah, so I did that. Then I got my MSF course dated for like a month after I bought the bike. And then with the DMV being closed out, I had to wait another couple weeks just to get the endorsement on the license. But ever since then, smooth riding.
Nice. Well, I guess that goes to show that sometimes you can do it all ass backwards and it's okay. You having fun though? You enjoying it?
Huh?
I said, are you having fun? You enjoying it? Is things going good?
Oh, yeah. it's just, I don't know. This year, I feel there's been more rain in the New York, New Jersey area than usual.
Yeah, it seems like there's been more rain in just about everywhere. Here in Austin, we've had a bunch of thunderstorms and rainstorms coming through almost on a weekly basis, where normally we don't this time of year. I guess that's climate change for you. But yeah, I guess you can polish up on those riding in the rain skills.
I've been avoiding those like the plague.
You're gonna have to do it eventually. Spite did it on the RS660. So.
Yep.
Oh, that had to be a thing. Actually, speaking of sports bikes, I had a question. Besides, like, what I keep hearing of, like, just getting an SV650 if you're interested in track stuff, is there anything else, like, in the used market you guys would recommend to starting off on the track?
Ninja 400.
Yep.
Alrighty, because I love my FZ8, and I know it can probably do track, but I don't want to wreck that thing.
Yeah, it'll I mean, at your skill set and level that you're at now, since you just started, like, any bike will be fine, but a smaller CC is gonna just allow you to learn more, and you can have more fun with it, and the margin for error is just a little bit bigger. But yeah, dude, if you don't want an SV650, Ninja 400, you cannot go wrong for a track bike for Ninja 400. It'll teach you everything you need to know.
Yeah, also, if you guys can mention at some other point more often how much of an endless money pit motorcycling can be, I'd appreciate that.
I think we mention it pretty frequently.
Yeah, it's almost like a weekly basis
where
thing.
it's like light all of your money on fire if you're getting ready to start motorcycling. Yeah, it's
yeah, because now I want
tires. It's crazy.
Yeah, we just gear, fine, I get it, but now I want to get what is it, a Tenere 700, the adventure bike from Yamaha.
Yeah, you want
I want to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I want a track bike. I want a project bike because I've learned of the zen of just working on a motorcycle. So I want a project bike. Yeah, I don't have enough garage room for this.
Yep. Welcome. Your life is now ruined.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks so much.
All right. Thanks, man. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Alrighty, next up we have I Have a Hatchie.
I Have a Hatchie. You are on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Oh, doing good. How you guys doing today?
Good. Today it's a anything you want sort of call in. So if you got any comment or question, have at it.
So I've been looking at a new bike. I happened to go to an IMS outdoor show this weekend and got to test drive a whole bunch of bikes, which was super fun. I'm looking at the new Jixus 750. What do you guys think about that bike?
Jixus 750. What are you currently riding?
SV650.
Okay. I think that would be a pretty solid upgrade to it, and you'd have a lot of fun with it. It's not going to be as crazy and intimidating as a Jixus Thou, which is a very good bike, but if it's anything like the Jixus Thou, it's probably going to be pretty sweet. So what do you think?
Well, it's based on the Gixxer 750.
Yeah, I think it's the same frame as that one.
And the Gixxer 750 is it's an excellent motorcycle. I mean, it was a championship-winning bike all the way up until they stopped running 750s.
Yeah.
And then they just kept it because Suzuki's Suzuki, and Suzuki doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So they just were like, well, we'll keep selling it, and people will keep buying it.
And the best part is you can get them for not a whole lot of money.
Oh, yeah. You can get them dirt cheap.
Dirt cheap. Like brand new for like $7,200 on the showroom floor. You know, that kind of money. And
you could probably even get them cheaper because you can get used Jixus Thous for like $8,500,
which is just nuts. Nuts to think you can get that riding experience for that kind of money. I would really recommend it, man. That's a great bike.
Well, and did you guys see they're coming out with a new Jixus 1000, a redesigned one?
Yep, we saw that redesign on the Jixus Thou. It's basically just like a skin refresh.
Yep.
Bold graphics.
Suzuki style.
Yep, they always do it. Yeah, but the fundamentals of the bike are really, really strong. I didn't want to like the Jixus Thou when we rode it, but I couldn't lie to the audience. I was like, this is an extremely fun and good motorcycle. I can't tell them it's not, you know?
And I mean, riding that compared to the SV, it's just such a different platform. Like the motor is so much more smooth, being the inline four, of course, but I'm used to the rumbly SV650.
But you'll be happy to know that Suzuki uses the same goddamn dash from the SV650 onto the Jixus Thou, so your riding experience will probably feel very similar. No.
Awesome.
Well, best of luck, man. I hope you enjoy that upgrade if you do get it. And if you do, drop us a photo in the Discord. Love to see it.
Thanks, guys.
All right, take it easy.
Bye.
Alrighty, next up we got Millennial Malaise.
Hey there, Millennial Malaise. You are on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Nah, not too bad, guys. How's it going for y'all?
Good, good. Today is a listener question, comment, anything you want sort of thing. So what have you got for us?
Yeah, apparently it was brought to my attention, just being a Northwest boy, that there's apparently going to be a new track called Circuit of the Northwest that is being built right now. And it looks like an honest to God leader bike track and a possible destination for like MotoGP.
Very
like,
cool.
The big boys. Yeah, so I was wondering if you've seen it at all and like what your thoughts were on it.
No, I have not seen this. What is it called?
Circuit of the Northwest.
I am Googling it right now on my Surface that may or may not actually load. So let's see. I think Spite's pulling it up on the big one. Yep, already good to go.
Circuit of the Northwest. Here we go.
So is it under
Here's a track map.
construction or is it getting ready to be built? What's the situation?
I think right now it's like they are in like the partners and the design and stuff is all. I'm not sure if they've broken ground on it yet, but like it's at the stage now where it's going to be built. Like I don't think there's any more adjustments or anything. So I think the track layout is like set in stone.
This track layout looks like a combination of like so many different tracks to me.
Yeah.
This looks like Coda had a baby with Assen, had a baby with Red Bull Ring almost. But yeah, I agree. This does look like a big boy track for sure.
Very Coda and Assen. I get both of those in there. I wonder what the elevation change is going to look like because they don't have it topographical here.
I think they shouldn't have done that kink on the straight. They should have made it just one long straight.
That would be wild.
I think the front straight should have been like
1 mile
miles.
streamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a straight that's even longer than the one at Low Sail because that's the longest straight, right? Or is it at Mugello?
Man, it's got to be Mugello, man.
That is such a long
It's got to
straight.
be Mugello, yeah, because that's like I think they reach like 340 kph there. I don't know, but this looks awesome though. Yeah, if it gets built, I'd love to go check it out. Up near where you are in the Northwest, you've got the Ridge.
Yeah.
That's a really good looking track. I know Moto America runs there, and it's a pretty sweet looking track. I was supposed to go there last year, but COVID got in the way of that. So.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, let me know if you ever make it up here. It'd be exciting if they build this MotoGP track and they can actually get a race up here.
Yeah, I'm desperate for MotoGP to actually run more than just one race in America. I don't know if you've heard, but they're actually thinking of running. We're not thinking of running. They're going to run Laguna Seca the opposite direction, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a mirror?
Yeah, they're going to run it going up the corkscrew, basically, which to me is just bananas.
That just seems sacrilege.
Yeah, you got to go
How
down.
do you go up the corkscrew?
I don't know. They said they're going to run it backwards, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Laguna Seca was one of the coolest tracks for GP, and it would be great if they came back, but I don't think they are. So yeah, maybe this track we'll get 2 on the calendar for GP. That'd be awesome because I feel like Spain has like 3 on the calendar, 3 different tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, guys.
I think there's 2 in Germany, and
yeah,
there's tracks all over Europe.
Yeah,
sad.
Yeah, but we'll keep up to date on this one, man. We'll definitely let you know if we're trying to go out there and do something cool whenever it's built and ready to go.
Yeah, for sure. All right, y'all have a good day.
All right, thanks, man. See ya.
See ya.
Alrighty, next up we have Adder.
Hey there, Adder. You were on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Awesome. Hey, so your boy from Laguna Seca over here. Did you guys see that new? That new race that they're doing with the baggers, dude?
Oh yeah, definitely. King of the Baggers on Moto America.
Yeah. When they were hitting Laguna Seca, man, it was sick, dude. When they were hitting turn 5, dude, they're freaking almost dragging the bag, dude. It's freaking sick.
Yeah, I love that series has gotten so much attention and people are like really stoked on it. I still think it's kind of goofy and silly, but I think it's great that people are actually checking it out. You've seen this, right? The King of the Baggers?
Yep.
Did you see, Spite, and for Adder as well, the hooligan class race they did at Laguna Seca?
And I did not.
So they lined up, I shit you not, like 40 different riders on grid, KTM 890s, Indian FTRs, all these like dirt bike, like, you know, handlebar style bikes, like all these big torque bikes, Ducati Monsters, whatever the hell else you could throw at it. Kind of like first time club racers out there, and they all just went at it. It was awesome. Absolutely awesome.
That seems just like mayhem.
It was absolute mayhem. Yeah, people were getting chopped up left and right.
Yeah, man. I've been out there on pace car tracks, and I've been out there on a golf cart. Like, I've hit that track with all different kinds of things, but I've yet to get a bike on it, man.
You got to get a bike down there on it. It's crazy.
Yeah, they throw some fun stuff out there, man. It's been fun volunteering, working with them for the last couple of years, and get to see a lot of cool stuff, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, appreciate it, brother. You guys have a great day.
All right, later.
Alrighty, next up we have the Chazen.
The Chazen, you are on the Yamcast, our resident 125 boy. How's it going?
How you doing?
Good,
So, quick
good.
question would be your forever bike.
Ooh. So I get just one bike and keep it forever. Is that the criteria?
Basically a dream bike, and you keep it forever. Yep.
That's tough.
What would you... Well, I'm going to kick it to you first because I have to think.
Well, maybe like a 1090 Adventure.
Interesting. I did not think you were going to say that.
Because, well, think about it, because it's comfortable.
Okay.
It's kind of Supermoto-y.
Yeah.
You can probably get some Supermoto wheels for it.
Okay.
And you got that big V-twin sound, and it makes pretty good power.
All right. That's fair.
And I think it's fuel injected.
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe an 1190. Who knows?
I think for me, my forever bike, this might be a bit of a cop-out, but it'd probably be Desert Sled. I think they're great.
Yeah.
Bop around town, do an adventure, hit a couple scrambles, you know? You can put 17s on it and go track it if you really wanted to.
For some reason.
For some reason. I think it's a great, fun platform. I just rode mine up here to the shop this morning, and I was like, I love this motorcycle. This is a great motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what I'd pick. Chanson, I think you would probably pick a Cub 125, right?
I got the Trail 125.
Trail 125.
Got my dream bike.
He's like, I'm living the dream right now, baby.
I'm gonna dump stupid money in.
Yeah. Well, those are our dream bikes, so I appreciate the call, Chanson. We'll catch you later. All right, unceremonious.
Unceremonious.
He's like, I want to know your dream bikes. No, not talking to you anymore.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Didn't even say goodbye.
You didn't even say goodbye, yeah. Alrighty, folks, that's going to wrap up our call-in portion of the podcast. We're now going to move on to the meme portion of the podcast with a bit of a twist today. Stick around. Alrighty, folks, welcome to another week of the meme contest. This week, we've got myself on the chopping block once again. This time, it was me doing a little duck face and selfie situation that I think you pulled that photo from when I was snapping my selfies on the one video of how to keep your bike safe, right?
Yep, we did the city tips for keeping your bike safe.
Yep.
And we have a little bit of a twist this week.
Do you want to explain to the folks?
Yes. So normally we only take the first 15 entries, the people who get them into me first. This week we had 22 entries. One entry was a guy who got it in a little bit. Like he sent me one, but I couldn't access it because it was a Google Drive link, blah, blah, blah. And the other guy, I couldn't hear back from him about his situation, so he didn't make the cut. But we took the 20 entries that we got today. And the reason we've included 20 is because I put in the effort to make a very high quality PNG to give the Discord boys.
Spite's angry, folks.
Not angry, just disappointed. And some folks did not run with it the way that I would have liked to have seen. So we've included all of them. And on some of these, I apologize to say, but we are going to be a bit critical.
Yes.
So
you were saying that you basically, softballed it over to them, and then they dropped the bat.
Yeah,
right.
It was just like I gave them, and they could have swung for the fences and they just bunted.
Yeah.
So this is harsh criticism this week, but we're doing it because we love you guys.
Trying to be constructive here. We want you to be better. We want you to make better memes. So we have some good memes. You'll see them, and then you'll see some of the lower effort memes, and we're going to be very critical.
Yeah.
But it's because we love you. It's because we love you. This isn't toxic at all. This isn't us abusing you. It's because we love you. All right.
So let us dive in with our first entry today, which is going to come to us from Magic Moose 21.
All right.
With perhaps a example of what I'm talking about here.
Right. So this is just the PNG, and we can tell the PNG was not modified in any way. And it just says, when you accidentally wheelie in front of a crowd of people and they think you did it on purpose. And it's just me going like this. So,
Yep.
So there's that.
There's that. So, quality and funniness on this one here.
Oh, you're already getting your hands ready. I mean, all he did was put text on it, right? And
yeah.
I mean, barely any thought went into it. I think the quality is like a 1.5.
Mm-hmm. And funniness.
Did we chuckle?
Nope.
0.
I am sorry, Magic Moose. We're trying to up the meme game this week.
Up the meme game.
Next we have PS Guardian with this entry.
It says, you've heard of Surprise Pikachu, meet Seductive Yam. Ah, it's almost like a trading card of sorts. Okay, Seductive Yam. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. It's a little better.
A little bit,
At least it's got a white background. So for PS Guardian here, we've got quality.
I think quality is a 3, 3.5.
Yeah, I think a 3.
3. Okay.
And funniness.
It got a little chuckle out of me. About a 4.
A 4. That is a 7 for PS Guardian. Next up, we got Chancy Boy, and I'm going to make sure that people at home are seeing. Okay. Chancy Boy with this. I love this one.
Okay, so this is good. There's a lot of stuff going on. So it looks like an Instagram post. And it says, every new video going forward will have the outro, keep watching Yami Noob from now on. Why? Because fuck you. That's why. Everyone in the back, just Josh, Whitney, and you, just sad. The big brain moves, peak engagement. Every day we get closer to a Turbo Busa. What's cracking? Aprilia Conrad. Not my Sportster. What does that say? But that's the point. Colorblind. What is that?
Colorblind editors are best editors.
Yes.
Dog Mom I'd like to film with. Josh is GP spec, but his dick ain't. Where's Andrew?
Where's Andrew? No one will notice. Manscaped. Spammy is now canon.
I want a Leo Vinci fleshlight.
Man.
I love the hashtags. Yes.
This is what we're talking about. This is some high qual stuff. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, this is extremely good.
And I love how he even made it on the Yami Noob Instagram thing.
I know, it's the Yami Noob Instagram thing. The image is super high qual because he had to grab those other 3 to make it fit into this, right?
Quality Photoshop job.
Photoshop job. Hilarious hashtag situation. And I love that it just has 2 likes and it says 2 days ago. Very good.
Fun.
Very, very good.
So, quality here.
9.
Yeah.
9. Super high quality. Lots of effort.
And funniness.
Very funny.
The hashtags are brilliant.
Yeah, 9 for sure. 9.5, honestly. I got a good chuckle out of that. 9.5.
Yeah.
Damn near perfect score.
18.5 from Chancy Boy here.
That might take it. That's pretty damn good.
Right out of the gate, too. So, next up, we got Stacy the Death Star.
Stacy the Death Star here says, when your significant other says it's me or the motorcycles, it's just peace. Yeah, I have not been there before, but I have heard of some guys who have been there before in relationships where they ask you to choose, and that's just sad. That's just sad that you would ever have a partner that asks you to choose between those two things. So, bummer. But funny meme.
Yes.
Pretty funny memes.
So, quality on this one.
Simpler, simpler. I think a 5.
So, I will note that for PS Guardian, who did something very similar, we gave a 3.
But this one, the image is more related to the text, right?
Does that work into quality or funniness?
I think it's for quality because the idea of the image is stronger, right? So, how about a 4? Let's split the difference here.
But funniness, this
Pretty
was
funny.
good.
Yeah, I think a 6.5.
A 6.5.
Yeah.
So that's 10.5 for Stacy the Death Star. Next up, we've got Magic Toaster. And this is our first audio experience here.
I just have to say, someone on chat said, "Nice job, Moose, you won."
Oh, boy.
Oh, God, what is this? Where's me? That's nothing I ever wanted to see. I was dead inside. You want to go back to that and pause it? Go back. There was one where it was that one. Yeah, go. I want to pause on that image because it's just
model face
glazed over. Wow. I mean, I look great.
Yeah.
I really look great.
It kind of looks like you fell through a clothing warehouse, but
it does. Yeah. Now, this meme, I want to say 2 things about it. I know it for a fact because Magic Toaster posted a lot of these and he was talking about them on the Discord that he's using some kind of like auto generation program to make it. So he didn't like go through and painstakingly create this. Second of all, he didn't use our image.
He didn't use the image.
And what is the meme, right?
Yeah. It's just he made
he made something. Yeah, he made me into a runway model, I suppose.
So I'm not sure how this one fits in. So for quality here, I mean it's a video. But it's not using the subject.
It's not using the subject. It's not on topic. So I think we have to. I think we have to give it like a 2 because it has nothing to do with what the meme was. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
And it is just an auto-generated thing. I know it's not like he didn't make it really.
And then funniness here.
Pretty funny, like a 3. I mean, it's more unsettling than anything else.
Yeah, it's a little unnerving.
I didn't think it was quite funny, but yeah, kind of unnerving.
So a 3 there for Magic Toaster. Next up, we've got Expecto Deleto with this guy.
Expecto Deleto here is one that's a little too close to home. Says, "Hey, Am, how many Daytonas have you escorted off this mortal coil?" 2. Yeah. Yep, that is 2. One would wager, as I told you earlier, that it might be 2.5 because that Franken Daytona's going strong still, and I almost killed it.
And your race bike is currently weeping from the head gasket.
Yes, it is. Need to get that sorted, but I'm not going to think about that right now.
So for Expecto Deleto
I'm going
here,
to focus on the fact that the WR's in great shape. I got the new levers on there.
Yep.
I was ripping the dirt bike. The Turbo Busa's getting sorted. Hey, everything's good. Everything's good.
So quality here.
I think since it is just text and image like the other one, how about a 4?
A 4.
Yeah. Because again, it's related to the image, so that's kind of funny.
Yep. And funniness.
6.
A 6.
Got a good chuckle out of me.
So that's a 10 for Expecto Deleto. Next up, we have Otter Plus.
Otter Plus here with a sort of selfie in front of a Z650, right? Sup, bros? Just flexing my new Z650, planning available after ragging on them for so long. Oh yeah, peep that sweet touch. Yeah. That is what a Z650 boy would do.
Yep.
That's what I'm...
Pop the touch on there.
Pop the touch.
And take the unironic selfie. So, for Otter Plus here, quality.
I think it's a firm 5.
A firm 5, yeah. And funniness.
3.5.
Yeah, I didn't really laugh.
Yeah, it wasn't super funny.
8.5. Next up, we've got Cole's Z10, who we spoke to earlier.
is a bit of an insider one, but it's all of us just in front of a grave that says Cowboy Yam, just chilling. That original photo is hilarious. Whatever that is, just some guy in front of a grave, just like, yeah, this dude's dead.
Maybe I've missed this joke, but
so this joke is from when someone said that instead of Cowboy Yam, it should be Yosemite Yam.
Ah, yeah.
So we're like, Cowboy Yam is dead, and so now it's just the Cowboy Yam in the grave.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So for Cole's 10 here, quality.
Pretty decent, simple little Photoshop job, but effective nonetheless. How about a 5.5?
A 5.5. And funniness.
Pretty funny, bit of an inside joke. I think a 6.
A 6.
Yeah.
It's an 11.5. Next up, we've got Sin Bagel with our next video. If I can find where it starts.
You trying to watch my
And that's it.
Okay. How does that strike you?
I didn't really get it.
I don't really get it either. So like he's watching the biker babes, and then I appear.
Pop up with the Busa.
I don't know.
I don't think it hit for me.
It didn't do it for me. All right, let's rate it.
Quality.
I mean, some effort went into it.
Yep.
Clearly. A 6.
A 6.
I guess.
And that's not 6 tilde. It's 6. There we go.
It's Tilda Swinton's new daughter. Yeah. Funniness for this one. I mean,
I didn't
we were
get
both
it.
blank completely with it. 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're being brutal today.
Unfortunately, yeah.
We have to, guys. We want you to be better.
So next up we have Adder, again, who we spoke to earlier.
When you simp for Triumph, but Spite looking kind of cute on that Harley, and then I'm, I guess, flashing you the peace sign?
I guess. Sliding into the DMs.
Sliding into the DMs. I'm trying to understand this one. When you simp for Triumph, but Spite looking kind of cute on that Harley, and then Again, I feel like once you got to start really questioning and asking yourself, it was
ineffective,
meme?
yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's rate it.
So, for Adder quality here.
I think a 3.
A 3. And funniness.
Didn't really get it. A 2.
A 2. Crex 09, I believe.
Crex 09, and he took the PNG and he turned it into a non-PNG but with the PNG layer, right?
Yep, he left the transparency layer there.
Okay. And then it says how Harley bros wave to each other when no one else is around.
And it's Harley Bros apostrophe. Just
yikes.
Busting out the grammar situation there.
Okay, let's rate it. Here we go.
Here we go. So, quality here.
Man, like a 1.
I'm sorry, Crex 09. Funniness here.
1.5, maybe.
I think a 1.5.
I think a 1.
A 1. That's a 2.
That's a 2.
Yikes.
All right, Germinate 2 boy, let's see what you've
Germinate
up
2
this
boy's
week.
going to redirect us here.
Let's get back on the righteous path here of good memes.
Boy.
Awesome. Weird. Is that a format that I'm not aware of? Like a kind of check out the Soviet gang or something?
I have no idea, but it was really funny.
Very strange and creative. I like how this is the second one that's incorporated the whole team, you know?
Yep.
I like that.
The Shpoy one is interesting.
Yeah. Boy.
That's a weirdly powerful image.
It really is. It's really something.
In a way that I'm not entirely comfortable with confronting.
You kind of look like Smeagol.
Soviet Smeagol.
Soviet Smeagol. That's a fucking nickname if I've ever heard it. Soviet Smeagol. That'd be a great diss on someone just like Soviet Smeagol looking ass.
All right, so for Germinate 2 boy here, quality.
It's high qual. It's really high qual. I think a 9.
A 9.
It's powerful.
And funniness.
What do you think? A 9?
We laughed about the Soviet Smeagol thing.
That's true, yeah. I did like the shpoy. That was strange, but you're right. We came up with Soviet Smeagol.
What do you think about like a 7?
I think a 7, yeah, that's fair.
I know you're on cooldown, Germinate 2 boy. Been winning so much lately. Next up, we got Marky Mark. With another grave meme.
It's grave. KTM 790s having burnt clutches, cracked cases, multiple recalls for brake failure, and T7 boys just on the grave. That's awesome that someone used the same format from the other one.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just Yamaha boys just already sit so high on the pedestal, you know? It's ridiculous. We have a poll out right now on the community tab on YouTube trying to see which Japanese manufacturer people like most, and it is indeed Yamaha right now.
Of course it's Yamaha.
Of course it is. They make the best bikes. Everyone knows that. Come on.
Suzuki's
agrees. Dead last.
Yeah. So, for Marky Mark here, quality.
Quality, I think, is a 6.
A 6.
Yeah.
And funniness.
Pretty funny. How about a 7?
A 7. That's a 13. Next up, we have Malt, who is a brand new Discord boy. He told
cool.
me.
Malt has, I don't know where these guys are from.
It's the spy from Team Fortress.
Okay. It says, seduce me, and then it's me, and then it's the other guy. I don't get the reference, but...
Well, it's not really a reference. It's just like, seduce me, and then he's going, ugh.
Oh, he's like grimacing. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, got it. I couldn't tell he was grimacing. All right, that's pretty funny.
So, quality.
4.5?
A 4.5.
Yeah.
And funniness.
What would you give it? Like a 3? 4?
Like a 4.
4? All right. Let's give it a 4.
Next up, we have Zarlu with another video. This one is very interesting.
Okay.
We gotta go back.
Where was the photo though? That's my question.
He put it in right here.
Oh, okay.
So,
wow, that's a deep cut for the photo.
Yeah, and so this is
This is the merch page.
But the even better part is he wrote all this stuff.
Oh, no way. Make that bigger so we can... Oh, wow. Authentic Yami Noob pubes, mode with the best of the best in male grooming, a short session with the best of the best, aka the Lawnmower 4.0, made collecting in the limited edition pubes breeze for those older models. Yes, you can upgrade them. Yes, they can get better. Will they be as reliable? Not so much. If you're getting tired, that's a deep cut.
The copy pasta
meme. Oh my god. If you're getting tired of your old model, chopped up to the new one, wondering how I get the perfect shave every time, I use the Rockform phone mount, using the magnet on the back, I just attach it to any metal surface, and bam, just like that, I can get ever in any angle. Gooch Juice drenched light fibers, weight 2 pounds, infused with Daytona slaying track magic. Limited edition, comes with ultimate bragging rights and a Discord role. Bro, how have you gotten this far and not buy this shit's a steal?
For
$69 million. This is high effort.
Yeah.
This is a lot of effort. Not only, this alone would have been a hilarious Photoshop job for the merch store.
Yep.
But it's in the context of a whole video of it being sold out and stuff too.
He's like, oh, I can't get it to finish my body pillow.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
And the 69 entries.
Yeah. A lot of effort went into this.
Agreed. So for Zarlu quality here,
I think it's a 10.
I think so too.
I think it's a 10. I don't like doling out 10s very often because they lose their power when we do, but this had a lot for quality.
Yes. This is like
10.
way up there.
Yeah.
And funniness.
It was pretty funny. 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
That is
19.
a solid 19, which just edges out Chancy Boy's Instagram Photoshop.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Asocial with a inside joke that you're going to have to give some context to once I find it.
Ah, yes. So Asocial here as the meme says, no gas gauge, no problem. And I'm kind of going like this, and I've got a little gas can on the back of my bike. So that's actually me right there. Asocial was following me around on our first session out at Eagles Canyon Raceway last weekend. If I may add, one of the few sessions he could keep up behind me because I'm so fast. But yeah, I'm a fucking dingus, and I ran out of gas on my last session out because I literally forgot to refuel my bike. So I was one lap out. I saw the bike cutting out, and I was like, I've got plenty to make it. I can pit out, no problem. And it just went, and just died. And I was like, fuck, I'm so stupid. I was 2 corners away from pitting out, and I was just stuck on track, and someone had to come rescue me with gas. It was pathetic. Super, super dumb. Yeah, but a fun inside joke there. I like it.
Yep. So for Asocial here, quality.
Pretty good quality. How about a 7?
A 7.
Yeah.
And funniness.
Funniness, got a good chuckle. How about a 7 as well?
A 7. That's 14 for Asocial. Next up, we got the Prodigal Stranger.
Okay, it says, oh yeah, tonight it's me, Yammy-chan, and the pitchfork. And it's me going like this.
I don't get the pitchfork.
Is this a reference or something?
I have no idea.
I don't know either. It's not even Yammy-chan. I don't know. It's also just top text, bottom text.
You know what would have been even better? Because Yammy-chan's legs are basically in the exact same position as your hand. If you'd have like flipped Yammy-chan and put her at where your hand is.
Oh, dude. Don't give him ideas.
I'm just saying.
The fanfic is already getting made, all right? Relax. Jesus.
That was your fault.
That was my fault. I can't believe I promised that. This is going to suck whenever I have to read that. Anyways. It's going to suck. Who knows how long it'll be?
We need to have like we need to find a fireside set where you can be like in a velvet robe in a library.
Why don't we just make that into a video? I'll read the whole thing and we'll just upload that and then nuke our CPMs probably.
There's just gonna be long sections where it's beeped out.
Yeah, just.
Okay, so for the Prodigal Stranger here,
I think this quality is a 1. I didn't get it. It was just top text, bottom text, no effort basically.
Yep. Funniness here.
Again, a 1. I don't understand why it's funny or how.
Yep.
Right.
That's a 2. Unfortunately for the Prodigal Stranger. Next up, we have X2 with, I believe, yet another video. Nope. He's got 2 images here.
Says when you pass someone on the straightaway, just wow. And then when they pass you on the outside of the next turn, it's Sad Zarko and just like this. It's like every beginner track day bro who shows up with the leader bike. Just passes on the straights and then gets absolutely destroyed on every single corner. That's probably how they feel.
I love the use of the previous meme subjects in here too.
Yes. Sad Zarko was a great meme.
Yes.
That should have been a better meme. All right. Love it.
So for X2, quality.
I think this is a 7.
A 7.
It's good. Good quality Photoshop.
And funniness.
Pretty funny. How about a 7.5?
A 7.5. I like the inclusion of the previous memes.
Me too.
Next up, we've got Brife.
So Brife has put me in front of a twin turbo Hayabusa. Love it. But that's it.
That's it.
That's it. We can just admire it, look at it, understand it.
Turbo Busa. Twin Turbo
Twin
Busa.
Turbo Busa.
Quality.
3.
A 3. And funniness.
A 1.
Yeah.
It's just, it is what it is, you know? Like.
Yep. It is the image.
Yep.
Next up, we have Rai Shai 02 with this image right here.
Oh, this one was fantastic. I saw this earlier. which I try not to see the memes, but sometimes I do catch them on Discord. So this is a Tinder profile pic, and it says Papa Yam, age 35, which you're about 7 or 8 years off on my actual age. It says ball shaver salesman, and then in location it says some trail ruining a Ducati. And this is Street Rossi with a grudge against Vulcan riders. Ducatista in denial, only interested in Triumph executives. That's great. This is a good use of this image.
This is very chuckle-worthy.
This is more of what we wanted to see. This is great.
I also love how we got Marquez in the background mid-crash. Look at the suit when he's all like puffed up.
Yeah. I love when they get off the track and the suit's puffed up and they're just like...
I can't put my arms down. Okay, so for Raishai 02 here.
I love the quality on this one.
Yes.
I think an 8 is in order.
I think an 8 is too.
Yeah.
And funniness.
Very funny. I think an 8.5 as well.
An 8.5, I agree.
Yeah.
So that is 16.5, which means our winner this week is Zarlu.
Had to be, man. That was an excellent, excellent meme. It had a beautiful Photoshop job. It had the crazy edit, the storytelling, the narrative. Top tier stuff.
And he just barely edged in by having the image in the body pillow.
Yeah.
But we got to say that. But the rest of it was just like so good. Next down the list, we have Chancey Boy with the
Instagram photo.
Instagram post. And that is going to be second place.
And that one is just, I mean, so funny. That's really what won him over to be an 18.5, because the quality was awesome too, because the Photoshop job from all the people. But the copy
hashtags
on that is so funny. And who's third place?
That would go to Raishai with the
last one.
The
here,
last
the
one,
Tinder photo.
Because the next one back is German A2 Boy at 16. So he didn't even get it into Parc Ferme.
Didn't even get podium this week.
So that is third place.
Alrighty, folks. Spite's going to follow up with your prizes for the week. Thank you for your entries. And remember, if we massacred your meme this week, just try harder. Don't disappoint us. I love how Whitney one time, she was like, wait, people pay for you guys to just make fun of their memes? I was like, I don't know, man. Like, don't send me bad memes. Send me good memes. Send me good memes. Send me good memes. We'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later. Keep watching Yammy Noob. 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 Keep watching Yammy Noob.